For the novice, tell me, what is car technology?
Well, car technology is all of the things that you might think of that we have in our home, in our pocket, or our purse, all of these, whether it's smartphones or iPads or all of these different things. We've got these that we can now use in our car. Most of us have seen the ads for the new cars that have all of this stuff built in, but now we can get this stuff if we already have a car. We can either put it in ourselves or we can get a professional to put it in for us.
And why do you think this has taken off in recent years?
Well, there's a couple reasons for it. One, the typical American spends almost as much time in their car as they do watching television, about 16 hours a week. That means that we're going to spend something like $9 billion this year on electronics for our car. And when you think about it, there's lots of electronics in our car. There's one of the car makers last year at the Consumer Electronics Show said there's more electronics in the car now than there is steel. So if the new car was introduced today, if it was a brand new product, it would probably be introduced at the Consumer Electronics Show.
And if I'm looking for an all-over system, is it better to just get a new car, or is it easier to upgrade?
Well, that depends on your budget. I mean, it is relatively easy to upgrade. If you're going to get a new car, you can get most of these electronics built in either in the specific model or as accessories or add-ons. So that's one choice. But if you have already have a car that you like, something like a remote starter, for instance, you can get now, you can actually get one that's an app for your smartphone, an iPhone or an Android phone from Directed Electronics, the Viper folks that make these car security systems. That's one of these, you can turn your smartphone into a remote car starter. Now that's something that you'd want to have professionally installed probably, and that's where you want to look for somebody with the MECP logo. That's Mobile Electronics Certified Professional. That's somebody that's gone to school and gotten all the certifications, and that will be a master installer, somebody you'll be comfortable working on your car.
So I want to get a master to do this. If I want to become a safer driver, what kind of car tech should I get?
Well, a couple of things to be a safer driver. One, the number one rule is to keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road and your mind on the road if you're driving the car. But if you are going to use a phone, for instance, you can use these handheld devices like speakers for your phones that will go, you can use the earpieces, of course, but you can, the Bluetooth, the wireless technology, but you can also do ones that will go right on your, directly on the sun visor in your car. If you have a device that doesn't have Bluetooth, for instance, an older phone, you can plug in a little device from a company called Alva that will turn any device into a Bluetooth transmitter. Bluetooth, again, is the short-range wireless transmission. If you want to add GPS, if you have any device that has Wi-Fi, like an iPad, for instance, or a phone, a smartphone that has Wi-Fi built in, or an iTouch, there's a device from Dual Electronics that you can, it's portable, you can put it actually on your sleeve, but it comes with a nice little mat that'll stick on the dashboard, and that will turn that device into a GPS. So global positioning satellites, this way you know where you're going, you don't have to be fumbling with maps. That's actually a safety device.
It sounds like there's a whole range of devices here.
Well, there really are.
Do you have a personal favorite?
Personal favorites, one, for those of us who drive fast, might be the iRadar. This is a radar detector that also synchronizes with your smartphone, an Android or an iPhone, and turns that into a device that will let you know where the radar is. You want to make sure you slow down, and you certainly don't want to get a ticket.
And what would you recommend if I wanted it all? What would be a good piece to start with?
Well, there's a couple of things you might start with. One might be if you want to upgrade the radio and sound system in your car. There are a number of those, and they start at just a couple of $100. Again, something you probably want to get professionally installed. Look for that MECP logo, but you have HD radio, you have satellite radio, you have AM and FM. Some of them, like this one from Sony that I have here, has GPS built in and an audio and video receiver. You could even watch movies on that once you get to your destination.
Okay, I'm a woman living in Chicago. I don't know much about cars, or I'll say anyone who doesn't know much about the technology. What would I start with? Where would I go to learn more about this?
A good place to start is digitaltips.org. Digitaltips.org is a website that actually for Car Tech Week, which this is because we're starting into the summer driving season, you can put in your zip code there in Chicago and it will tell you where there is a dealer and installer near you. Another place to go is ce.org. That's the easy one, ce.org. That's the association's website, and that links up to all these company websites.
Well, Jim, I've learned a lot listening to you. I don't know much enough to outfit my car, but I'm looking forward to checking these two sites out, and I thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you. Drive safely.
Thank you.